Removing the rear shocks, and they're 17mm, and the bottom part is easy enough to get to. Now I don't need to explain too much detail, I guess, because shocks are shocks. But the bottom of the shock is, you've got to take the wheel off. You can't get to the top of the shock with the wheel on. And the bottom shock, it's just easy enough to unbolt that. So easy access, 17mm both sides. And the top part of the shock is the tricky part though. You can get a spanner in there, so I've got a spanner in there, like so. But there's not a lot of room to turn in here, so you can't use long spanners, you have to use short spanners. And get that through. So first of all, get the bottom part of the shock off so I can wiggle the top shock. I'll just leave that on there for now. Just for good measure, I've got a stand and everything under here, jack over there, plenty well protected there. Okay, well that was a fail and a lesson learnt. When this bolt goes back in, it's going to come back in from the other side to make this job a little bit easier for the next person, or if we've still got the car around, for us to not have to do this. But this mount unbolts. There's two 17mm bolts underneath there to loosen off, to remove it, to loosen this mount off, and then you can get this shock absorber out there. But at the moment you can't with the arm in the way, so I'll have to take those two off and I'll give you a look. Okay, that's the mount out, shock separated at the bottom there, and now I need to get this top pin here out. When I held the shock with one hand, the nut and bolt was so loose, I just had to take that nut off and feed the pin out. I'll feed the bolts out, drop the shock in through there, and then take it out this way, like so. So the new one will go in like this as well, and then back up here. Alright, so I've got the top of the shock in. Easy enough done. It's all by hand at the moment. The bottom one's on with the mount, but the mount is not bolted up just yet. I'm going to now cut this off. Get that shock absorber pushed down. I should now be able to put that mount back up underneath here. Easy enough. Just a matter of lining up those holes, bolting it all back up together, and we're done. Hey, that was a lot easier than I originally thought it would be. Top one's all tighten in, the bottom one's all tighten in, and like I said, I put the nut on this side of the bolt, so next time I won't have to drop that mount to get that shock absorber out. Catch you next time.